You mentioned Deshaun Watson and kind of what we saw from him at training camp. Andrew Berry said that he's actually ahead of schedule after mandatory minicamp. Watson these days is on vacation, but he is not in any way slowing down, kind of letting everybody know that he's going to continue to do whatever he needs to do rehab process-wise as Watson posting some workout videos while he is vacationing, wants to make sure he gives that arm every opportunity to be ready when they get to training camp. And again, Fred, you see this, and it's a guy that's doing everything he can to be ready when they get into training camp so that he can assume the leadership role that he needs to.
Well, I agree. And as far as I've been around him now since he's been here, and there's a lot of a national narrative that he got the 230 million guaranteed. He's just, doesn't want to get hurt and just wants to cash his checks and isn't worrying about it. He really has a lot of pride. Um, and I think that it was designated or kind of shown last year. I believe that he was hurt worse than he let on. We know in the third game when he got hurt against the Titans that going into the Ravens game, he really didn't let on how hurt he was. I have to believe, and I don't know for sure, but I have to believe he told the trainers and everybody all week he was fine. He'd be ready to go. And then we all know what happened. He couldn't throw 10 yards in pregame, and they went to DTR, and he was way over his head for his first start against the Ravens. So um, I think that, and even against the Ravens in his last game, he didn't really let on. He stayed in the game with the broken shoulder and the high ankle sprain, played probably his best game of the year. Um, Took what the defense would give him and didn't try to do too much because he was limited. So I really think this guy has not mailed it in. I really think he has a lot of pride and he wants to be in the talk of being one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL like he was in Houston when he was three-time Pro Bowler in 4 years. So I think that that's driving him. And I think at times maybe he tried to do too much. I think he just needs to learn from even that Baltimore game last year that he's got good players around him, playmakers, and a good defense. He just needs to get the ball to the playmakers and come through when plays are needed to win games.